You want to talk about education and stuff? Let's do it. It's the internet. We can do anything we want.
College.
Welcome to a form of financial ruin.
Yeah.
There are over 7,000 colleges and universities. And there's a drunk person at every one of them throwing up in a trash can right now.
7,000 places I applied to and didn't get into. College is an institution of higher learning. I was high all through college.
Not gonna make a bad joke.
Higher education.
Not gonna make a marijuana joke.
It's where people go to learn to get high.
I am above that.
Which is a synonym for high.
That's just what happens in college.
Good luck getting hired. Women's studies.
A lot of people even say college is 95% bullshit and 5% bullshit. But I'm not a mathematics major, so I don't really know what that means.
And who comes up with these courses in college?
I'm pretty sure now they have like the art of Instagram 101.
Politically correct pencil sharpening.
Underwater basket weaving.
Accelerated spooning.
Remedial Velcroing.
Sailing.
Postmodern jogging.
Feminist herstory studies.
And TV VCR repair.
And one of my favorites, history, where everything you know I can Google and find out at the same time or faster than you.
The real diploma is just getting knocked up to someone in finance.
Yeah, the MRS degree. That's their misses, because they would find their husbands there.
I think it's a BS, but you can still get it.
Some people party their way through college. Those people are currently getting a lower back tattoo removed.
This one time I drank so much I actually went to class.
Me, born and raised in Las Vegas, Nevada, by the time I got to college, I was like the Doogie Howser of partying. I was like giving classes on how to party.
Okay, class, take out your bongs and open your minds to page 420.
And that is why I dropped out 3 years in.
Enjoy your education, bitch.
Here's a fun way to annoy the shit out of your roommate/dorm mate. See what outfit he puts on, and then when he leaves, put on the same outfit. And then when you see him on campus, you're like, oh my God, the Old Navy?
What?
We're like twins. Stop doing that. We're like best friends, idiot. I hate you. Made me laugh.
Now here's the crazy part. College graduates, they can't find jobs.
Fun fact, most companies don't check where you went to college.
They don't look.
Which is kind of a bummer, because I went to Harvard.
It's really tough finding a job, but with how much I drank in college, I'm happy when I can find my car keys.
Now, when you get to college, the first thing you do is you pick out a major financial institution, because them shits are expensive, son.
Typically in the United States, you have to pay for college.
Which leads me to my next question. Can I borrow $50?
College is the only place that isn't letting hot girls in for free. I tried to flash them, and I got escorted off by campus security.
It costs over $150,000 to go to college in Ireland, and that's just your drinking bill.
Here's a good rule of thumb to know if you should go to college. Can someone else pay for your school? If so, do it!
Yeah, I was able to afford college because I got academic scholarships, but that doesn't make any sense. Because if I'm getting academic scholarship, AKA money because I'm smart, why do I need to get to college?
Another way to pay for college is financial aid.
Student loans can put you in a lot of debt, which is why, can I borrow $50 already?
You know, it's really cool. It's like the alumni association, like they'll call you after you graduate after a couple years. And if you're doing kind of good, they ask you for money. Are you kidding me, alumni association? I'm still paying my loans. How can I have any extra money to donate to you?
So much fun to give part of your paycheck to someone else every month. It's a joy.
You can work your way through college and actually have a job. That's called doing it the hard way.
If you have a job that's paying for college, quit college and keep your job. You know how hard it is to get a job around here? The market is ridiculous. Cut the middlemen out and keep the thing that's actually making you cash. It's hard out here. It's hard, man.
The great way also to pay for college is to just go to iTunes University and listen to all the lectures that are free at all the most expensive colleges in the world and don't pay nobody. So, you know, really fuck college, real talk, but I don't really want you to tell people I said that. So, big proponent of higher education.
You find me one person that doesn't have debt from college, and I'll find you someone that sucked a lot of dicks.
Okay, good. For a second, I thought it was going to be brought into a screen. It says, we are after a video because you do something inappropriate. Let's take a small break. I think I forgot to mention my opinions on college. So, I wouldn't go to college because it's too political. I know that, like, the whole point of college is to sort of open young people's minds. Like, to make them think for themselves, make them more independent. So, when it's political, it talks about politics. You know, it gives both sides of it, but no, it's just left-wing teaching, it's left-wing indoctrination and all. So I wouldn't go to a college because you're paying so much just to get taught some random BS. And if it were what it's supposed to be, then maybe I would want to go to college. I don't know. Student loans and all are probably too much. Yeah. I also forgot to mention what happened with Kanye West. So he was going to have like a trilogy of albums having this like sort of bear on them. He did the first 2 albums and he was working on the 3rd one, but then his fiancée broke up with him. Not Kim Kardashian, it was another girl. It was like 7 years before he married Kim Kardashian. Fiancée broke up with him, and his mum died around the same time. So that's extremely bad. 2 bad things happening at the same time. So instead of making that 3rd album, he made another album called 305 and Heartbreak, that's actually very, like, it was like the sort of the first hip hop album to use like autotune and whatever. So it was like a huge influence on people like Travis Scott. Then like that thing where it's like, I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce got one of the greatest music videos of all time. I feel enough to talk about this. Just in case I haven't, I'm gonna continue. Like, the media portrayed him as a villain because of that. And he got really depressed. Like, he moved to Japan, and he sort of researched this singer who, like, killed herself because this guy she loved didn't love her back, I think. And he wrote this song. And it was supposed to be like a sort of suicide note. That he was going to make the song, publish it, and kill himself. But he recovered.
Equals 3's to...
That's how it starts. It's on for 9 minutes and 10 seconds, and as far as I know, it's all improvised, it's all made up on the spot.
Hey, you guys want to talk about college? That's cool. You want to talk about education and stuff? Let's do it. It's the internet. We can do anything we want.
College.
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 Welcome.
Sorry, this is the wrong video.
Your personal guide to the world of pop. Sign up for YouTube Music Premium with 1 free month. Equals 3 Studio.
Do you like a spot of tea with your crumpets? Sure looks like you do.
Huh.
Let's go visit our friends across the pond. It's England.
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 We have fact-checked everything. You can go look on Reddit. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. England is, of course, a country that is a part of the United Kingdom.
Which, of course, is based on the kingdom of Westeros.
All right? I don't know the rules. I didn't study geography. Or is that geometry?
Is it England? Is it Great Britain?
It's like, is it Shaquille O'Neal? Is it Shaq? Or is it huge black dude? Like, he'll answer to any of the 3, so you don't have to be so word proud.
It's all the same to me, because I'm American.
So 300 years ago, Britain fucked England, and England had a baby, and that's called the UK.
The United Kingdom is made up of Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales. You'll know Scotland because of haggis. You'll know Northern Ireland because of their love of the English. They hate us. And Wales. Hey, this is an education. You Americans, I love you, but you are terrible at geography, which is probably why it took you 10 years to find Bin Laden. Pakistan, that's near Wisconsin, right? Sorry.
I think they get confused too, though. That's why they take over other people's countries.
England can come and colonize this anytime they want to.
Now, the name England is derived from Old English and means land of the Angles, implying nothing there is straight.
Between you and me, it just means land of alcoholics.
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. England is a constitutional monarchy with, of course, the monarch being the queen.
Oh, they just love that queen, don't they?
What's her name, Elizabeth? What a doll. Just a little peach.
The Queen of England's job is mainly cutting ribbon and stopping her husband saying racist stuff.
I like our queen better.
The queen has been around since 1952. That's 63 years of royal shade thrown at people on a regular basis.
And she's been alive for 100,063 years.
If you type queen looks on Google, it'll immediately give you options. Looks old, looks tired, looks miserable, looks like Amy Winehouse. I don't understand that one. The monarchy has no real power. It's vestigial. It's symbolic. It's kind of like when you check in at Foursquare. You're not really the mayor of Applebee's. You know what I mean? You just get half-off apps, and that's about it.
Our favorite royal, of course, was Princess Diana. Actually, I was looking at her website on my phone on the way over, but it crashed when I went into a tunnel. Too soon?
England is the
I know nothing about Princess Diana, so I don't understand why people sort of idolize her so much.
birthplace of a lot of cool folklore, including
Boogeyman, goblins, trolls.
from under the bridge and from the internet.
Gay. First, I don't care what it is, it's wrong. Something racist. Hey, there's your troll.
They're all there in Leicester on a Friday night. As for my Brits, they know what I'm talking about.
And if you don't know,
There's a lot of funny stereotypes associated with the people of England.
Some of them true, some of them accepted, some of them not so much.
People say they all love tea.
England is all about loving tea.
It's just a bag of herbs.
I prefer coffee.
English breakfast is disgusting, yo. There's not even bacon in there.
When you take the bag and you dip it in the hot water.
Well, if there's no bacon in it, I don't know what I'm getting. I'm probably getting a full Irish.
And then you sip it, and then you kiss the person who made it. They call that teabagging. Is there some other teabagging?
But we do like tea. Tea can solve all problems. I just lost my house in a fire. Have a nice cup of tea. But I didn't have insurance. Have an Earl Grey. I've run out of tea.
See, here in America, we don't love tea. We love booty.
People say they have bad teeth.
It's not so much that they have bad teeth, as much as they don't have a lot of dentists.
We just
They don't have bad teeth. Well, we don't have bad teeth. We just have like that sort of gap in our top two teeth, like two front teeth.
not into game show host teeth. Soz.
But if it's the land of angles, maybe they're talking about their teeth being...
You think the British have bad teeth? Have you ever met an Arizona meth head? They got maggots and nasty all in the mouth. They got some McNasties in there.
And if you don't know,
Their food tastes bland.
I don't think food in England tastes bland as much as it tastes like shit.
Have you ever sucked on an ice cube? That's the taste of English food. Delightful.
And if you
There's
don't,
no such thing as British food, really. It's just fish and chips and then curry and pasta in a sandwich.
People say they have a dry sense of humor.
when they say things, it's so.
Yeah, I was about to say The Office. Like, there's a bunch of videos on YouTube talking about the differences between British and American comedy. Especially when it comes to stuff like The Office. Because, like, British humor is more dark. It's usually the main character, like, ends up in trouble or they don't get what they want. But in American comedies, it's the opposite. They do get what they want. Stephen Fry was talking about, he was talking about there's like a scene in a film where a guy smashes a guitar. A guy was playing a guitar, and another guy just smashes it, and he's talking about how an American would want to play the guy smashing the guitar, and a British person would want to play the guy who was playing the guitar.
Clever. You know? Like, you hear it and you can't help but laugh.
You got me.
People say the English have the driest humor in the world and the wettest women.
I like my women like I like my sense of humor. British, you guys are...
English people love to drink. It is very important to their culture.
Yeah, they love to drink, just not with the Irish.
Never together! Truth be told, I love the English. Don't kill me.
Their weather is terrible, especially in London.
Cold, damp, dark, clammy. You know, it's great.
Yay! English weather.
One thing you got to understand about the Brits, we are super gloomy, weather-wise, personality-wise.
It just rains so much, you can't see the tears.
This is a legitimate response to how are you? Not too bad, can't complain, still alive. You gotta love us.
It's kind of bullshit, you know what I mean? We're a happy country in America. We like to smile and eat chocolate. What did I just say?
Equals 3 Studios.
Hey guys, well, we did the research. Turns out you guys like nudity and murder. So I guess it's
Game of Thrones is a very sexy show. Aren't I funny?
time for a little Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones!
Game of Thrones!
Game of Thrones!
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones is a show on HBO. If you don't have HBO, get into a relationship and take their HBO Go password.
It's basically about courage, loyalty, violence, and titties.
Essentially, the show is like softcore porn with good acting.
I got boobs. Oh, die. My boobs. That's the 5-second explanation of Game of Thrones. Titties and fight.
The show.
I hate when Game of Thrones. I don't even like to call people Game of Thrones fans because I feel like they're just watching it for the nudity. Like, Game of Thrones is fantastic even without the sex. And actually, the sex, it would actually be better without the sex because the episodes would be quicker. You know, there would be a smaller gap in between the exciting parts.
Was actually based on a series of books by George.
Like, my dad is not a fan of fantasy. He tried to watch the first Lord of the Rings and couldn't get through it. I know I'm not a fan of Lord of the Rings either, because I watched it yesterday and it was crap. But he loved Game of Thrones, and he also does also watch The Witcher. But I feel like the reason, like my entire family suspects the reason why he watches Game of Thrones is because of the sex.
R.R. Martin. But as you know, the TV show's better. If you don't know who George R.R. Martin is,
I can't comment, I've never read the books.
imagine like a hobo version of Santa.
AKA Jerry Garcia.
He'll make one hell of a mall Santa.
It must suck to be friends with George R.R. Martin, because you would just be afraid to let him know that you like something.
How do you like that puppy?
Now, usually shows
That is a fair comment. Like yeah, that's true.
based on books are give or take, but in this case, the shows are actually better because you get to visually see the boobs that he is writing about in the books.
Game of Thrones is set in the 7 fictional kingdoms of Westeros.
Which is like way too many kingdoms to keep track of. It's like the US map is easy because there's the east side and the west side. Oh, it's maps. Like, gross. And everything else in between is just inbreeding and mosquitoes.
Westeros is fictional. It's like Narnia or Israel. Okay, you don't have to use that. Holy shit. Don't use that.
The kingdoms would be easier to remember if their names reflected the storyline. Like there could be the Island of Incest, the Kingdom of Dragons, the Land of fucking Ice Zombies.
That sounds like a really good time.
I think it's safe to say that the wall is a metaphor for what Trump wants to build.
Metaphor's not the word you're looking for.
Right? He is looking a lot like a White Walker nowadays.
Game of Thrones is
He looks nothing like a White Walker.
awesome. Why? Because they got so many different characters. And you got this little dude. At first he's like, I love drinking and I love boobs. And then now he's all like, I'm amazing. What? I like Brienne, Lady Brienne of Tarth. She's awesome. She'll kick your ass.
So my absolute favorite character of the show, R.I.P., was King Joffrey.
Thank God they killed King Joffrey.
Why do you like King Joffrey?
That guy was a punk.
And a lot of people are like, oh, I'd never do that if I was him. I would do every single thing he did if I was him.
Game of Thrones, the only show I think in history that made people cheer when they killed a child by poisoning. Good job, King Joffrey.
Spoiler alert. Now, in the show, the nobles are all fighting for control of the Iron Throne.
And the right to get murdered next by the other people fighting for the Iron Throne.
It's like you live in a house with 7 people and there's only 1 bathroom. It's like my college life. I think it's kind of shitty. I would prefer like some sort of plush chair. Like, give me a cushion. God damn it, my sciatica. So it's a chair made of swords.
I don't know about you, but whenever I see the Iron Throne, I just see grayscale medieval pickup sticks. The pickup stick throne. That's what I see.
Why did that remind me of Wonder Woman 1984? Like the sort of poster for it. There is a sort of like sports hall where my aunt lives. And they have a sort of, they have their own version of the throne made out of hurley sticks. This is a, we live in Hurley Town.
Will rule the 7 kingdoms!
Essentially, they're fighting over a metal toilet. I do that every Friday night at the club.
You're a king. You got a lot of meetings you gotta get through. A lot of people have their stupid complaints like, oh, dragons are eating my fucking goats. Why don't you shut up? I don't care about your problems. I killed my own mom to be here. It's like a really expensive game of capture the flag. If the flag were to stab you at your own wedding.
Oh, but that red wedding, though, am I right?
Don't spoil the red wedding for me, please.
It's one of the most famous scenes in Game of Thrones, depicting a mass murder at a wedding.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! The one time I sat through a wedding and was not complaining. This is a normal thing that happens. Do you imagine the wedding planner like, we're gonna keep the flowers there, the curtains over there, and the decapitation is gonna be right around here, okay, guys?
This fulfills a lot of people's fantasies, especially the murder of a mother-in-law.
Die! My boobs!
That band at the wedding really, knocked him dead. Now, Game of Thrones has been criticized for its use of gratuitous nudity.
When it really should be celebrated.
This show would be much weirder if people were getting stabbed in the eyeball and then girls were like, I wait till the 4th day. Just accept the boobs, stop being a prude.
I don't actually think it's sexy. I watch them get together and I'm just like, those two have probably never brushed their teeth.
When are these guys gonna shower? There's never like a shower scene, there's bath scenes. What kind of nose are these people packing that they don't care about what's going on? It's not sexy.
And then there's incest. What's hot about incest? Unless your brother's hot.
Westeros. More like incesteros. All right?
The thing about, I don't know why George R. R. Martin decided to put incest into Game of Thrones, but I feel like that I would assume that if he gave a reason for it, it would be something along the lines of like, take Tyrion and Cersei Lannister, very strong characters. I don't know if they're inbreeding, but whoops. Okay, that's fine. Like, since they're really strong, it's combining strong genes in order to make the perfect Lannister baby. So to keep inbreeding, and their logic is that it's combining the strongest attributes of them to the point where you get like an invincible Lannister. There's no real sort of science in the world of Westeros. They use leeches and maggots to try and like patch up wounds.
Game of Thrones has also been criticized for its violence.
Some would describe this show as a little bit stabby.
Why are you criticizing this, people? Haven't you ever turned on a television?
There's dragons and shit. People know magic.
Fun fact, HBO actually denied that they rejected The Walking Dead because they saw it was too violent. 1 year later, they picked up Game of Thrones.
Fat dude that doesn't have a dick. It's crazy. You can't expect violence to not happen. Go watch Big Bang Theory if you have so many problems.
I thought this was America. You should be able to skin people.
Blood and guts, people getting killed for no reason. And that's enough about the cops in America.
That's fictional, guys. What about Baltimore? Baltimore? Westworld.
Just watch The Wire then.
You got 3 looks, and that's it.
Could I interest you in everything? All of the
See, you're using songs from Bo Burnham Inside. It's not even a cover. It's actually Bo singing that. Like, what? Let me go take my favorite tablets.
Equals 3 Studios.
Siri, take me to Sesame Street. You guys wanted to go to Sesame Street. So.
Getting directions to Sesame Street, West Carson.
I don't know if that's the one, but let's go.
Sesame Street.
Sesame Street.
Sesame Street! Come on, guys.
Every time I hear the Sesame Street theme song, I have to sing it and then masturbate. Wait, what?
Going down the street.
What is the Sesame Street theme song?
New York. It's a dirty street with giant birds and teddy bears.
Nailed it.
Sesame Street has been on the air since 1969.
You know what else happened in 1969? Woodstock.
The very last.
Moon Landing, Sharon Tate's dead. Well, just Charles Manson in general.
Year of an entire decade. The strongest decade for LSD.
The thing behind Sesame Street is it tries to trick kids into learning.
Basically, your kid is too stupid to understand things when humans say it, so they teach them using a sock puppet.
Sesame Street was funded by the government.
You know what else should be government funded? The public school system. School burn! Take that, public school system! Yes, sir! If you watch enough Sesame Street, I think you technically get a diploma.
Didn't go to college. Watch Sesame Street.
The government originally funded Sesame Street as part of their No Puppet Left Behind program.
But now it makes all its money on licensing agreements.
And trust me, as a father of 2, I know Sesame Street's doing just fine. I took both my kids to Sesame Street Live, and now only one of them is going to be able to go to college.
It's like some kind of gazillion-dollar industry. The count doesn't even count anymore. He pays someone else to do it for him.
Sesame Street has a long list of characters that people have grown to love.
There's Big Bird.
Yeah, there's that new homeless character. Supposedly it's the first homeless character in Sesame Street. Despite the fact Oscar the Grouch has been around from, as far as I know, the very start. And guess he just doesn't count for some reason. What was that, my phone not on? No, come on.
Sesame Street has a long list of characters that people have grown to love. There's Big Bird.
Big Bird wanted to be an NBA player and then just decided to live in a nest on the street.
He definitely could have been top 3 centers in the game, and he never got to realize his potential. There's Snuffleupagus,
A big-ass elephant that's high.
Cookie Monster,
What the hell's wrong with your eyes?
Bert and Ernie. They're just friends that lived together. They slept in the same room. They wore weird turtlenecks together. You know, very straight things. Hashtag
Like a couple in a sitcom in the 50s.
Love wins. What are we missing? Aha! A green, crabby asshole with terrible hygiene.
Oscar the Grouch.
He probably has a really bad drug addiction and was a nom. And nobody acknowledges him. They just call him a grouch.
And there's Grover.
He made me feel smart. I could always grasp the concepts before him.
Near? Far. No shit, Grover. Did you have to...
I feel like that's why the very first meeting between an English speaker and someone who speaks a different language met. You know, like, learning it now, you go through classes and all, but how did the very first English-speaking person learn French? To me, it seems like they met up with a French person and, like, pointed at potato and went, potato. And then the French person points at it and says whatever the French word for potato is.
Put on your fucking superhero cape to figure that one out. And of course, who could forget Elmo?
Elmo obviously made a big splash when he came in the 90s or so.
Big Bird used to be the most popular character on Sesame Street, and then Elmo started tickling himself, and the rest is history.
I hate that fucking thing.
With the Tickle Me Elmo doll, for the first time in a child's life, his favorite toy would vibrate more than his mother's favorite toy.
Kids love Elmo because he giggles all the time. Adults hate Elmo because he giggles all the time. I just want to punch him in his fucking red face.
But the truth is that he is a menace. He kicked people out.
He wasn't around at the beginning. Now he shows up. He's got his own segment. They're all probably like, fuck you, Elmo. We were here first.
And you can tell every single other character is very resentful about this.
Some people say that Elmo is responsible for Kermit not coming back to Sesame Street. That's the word on the street.
Kermit the Frog fucking hates Elmo.
You got a problem with that? Is this gonna be a problem?
And even it's middle of August and I still have to take a for your tablets. It's not even just a tablet, it's a tablet and a goddamn spray. And before I say what I'm about to say, I know it's a spray that does this because I've experimented with taking the tablet then spray and taking spray then the tablet. So it's definitely the spray that does this, but you're supposed to spray like this thing up your nose. And when I spray it up my nose for the next couple hours, I get this aftertaste in my mouth whenever I drink. I just don't understand that.
Have like celebrity guests that come through. That can be a little weird. I remember when Katy Perry was on the show. She is just very like I don't remember much of it, what happened, but I knew that.
I think Bill Cosby was on there too.
D-Face, didn't they ever teach you to mind your own business?
Hey guys, do you want to come over and have a few drinks?
No, Mr. Cosby, not at all.
It's hard enough trying to learn the alphabet if you're 6. I don't need David Beckham coming in here. Big Bird is talking to me right now. Get out of here.
Sesame Street likes to use children that are not actors, just so they can get the spontaneity.
Actor kids are like, ya-da-da, and real kids are like,
Banana.
this is my belly button. High five. Ooh, I love kids.
It's actually fine as long as they don't turn out like those other child actors. Looking at you, Disney.
Do it! Such a sad thing to say.
Sesame Street, I'd like to thank you for raising my children and myself.
Sesame Street shaped me as a person.
And you'll learn about things. I watched it when I was growing up, so look at me. I'm here. So, success story.
Yeah, that's putting me off Sesame Street.
Equals 3 Studios.
You know how much I love Star Wars?
The new Star Wars.
Episode VII.
The Force Awakens.
I'm actually really excited about this because it's the first shot we have at a good Star Wars since 1983.
We don't know if the movie.
Right. Well, I watched Star Wars 1, 2, and 3 only a couple months before it became cool to like Star Wars 1 and 3, and I liked it. I don't understand why people had a problem.
Be any good, but based on the trailer, oh my god, it looks to be really good.
I actually haven't seen Star Wars.
To infinity and beyond.
Kudos to J.J. Abrams.
He did Star Trek, and now he's doing Star Wars. He's like hoarding franchises, like my grandpa hoarded National Geographic magazines. And cats, that was bad.
I don't think J.J. Abrams is going to stop here. Like, I think he's going to direct the new Lost in Space. He's going to direct the new Battlefield Earth. He's going to direct the new Care Bears movie, because fuck it.
And he built as many practical sets as he could. Clearly bringing it back old school, because he keeps it practical.
I'm really glad they got rid of that one character who's ruining all the movies. What was his name? George Lucas.
How is George Lucas feeling right now? The fact that he created
George Lucas didn't destroy Star Wars.
this thing, has this whole amazing thing, and now that he's no longer involved, the world is like,
Let's celebrate.
cake! Everyone, cake! Lucas is out!
We all see what the hell he does when he's in charge, because the last 3 we got were.
This is one of the only franchises where the fanboys actually hate half the movie. Hey, on a scale of 1 to prequels, how shitty was your day?
It doesn't even matter. The guy sold it for billions of dollars. He's a winner.
Yes, the man has just made $4 billion.
But yet he still had the audacity to turn in a script after he sold it.
You just imagine the Disney people like, oh, thank you. How many bad ideas were probably in that script? Can you imagine?
It would probably be better than 8 and 9.
Government council meeting scenes.
Let's just kill everybody. Wait, that's Game of Thrones.
I guess you can manufacture midichlorians in a lab. So you just drink the magic potion and everybody becomes a Jedi? That is genius.
We'll be in touch, George. Here, let me validate your parking.
Hey man, you know you're probably busy doing ranch stuff. You know what could use a touch-up? A digital touch-up. American Graffiti.
I really don't care who's part of it as long as it's not Michael Bay.
I gotta be honest, man. I'm a big fan. I'm really curious to see how the old characters stack up.
In true Hollywood form, 2 of the actors look exactly the same, R2-D2 and C-3PO.
They've had work done.
A little nip and tuck here and there.
Can't fool us.
I don't know how old Chewbacca is, but he looks great for his age.
I mean, does he look good, or did he just buy a lot of just for Wookiee?
You don't know what that is because you don't have a beard.
He's got Luke.
Yeah, Luke Skywalker. Get it? Because he's old.
We got Leia. And speaking of
64-year-olds are old people.
old ass, Carrie Fisher. I'd love to still see her in the buns.
I mean, after all these years, are those buns gonna stay up? Has age affected
59-year-old people are old.
the buns?
And Harrison Ford, old ass. You was in Star Wars back when Jesus was in Star Wars. How you just make it to the new
Okay, fine. 73 is old.
Star Wars 30 years later when you 375 years old?
And there's that lady from Game
But still, don't disrespect Harrison Ford like that.
of Thrones.
Brianna Tarth, right?
Whoa, the Chrome Trooper is a girl? That's like in Metroid when you win the game.
Spoiler alert. And she takes off her helmet. It's a
The game is older than you.
woman. You've been playing a woman this whole time, stupid.
And there's the black stormtrooper.
Yes, stupid. But it's not as if they didn't really give you any clues, because it doesn't really matter.
Oh, the guy in the white armor is black?
And he's one of the stars. But it's a little weird that he's a stormtrooper, so he in white body and white face.
The only people that should be upset about that are the Asians. Follow me on this one. Jango Fett, he was Maori, which is basically Asian, and really a bad satire that all the clones look exactly alike. Is that
Because they're clones. It's supposed to be an exact replica of the original person. If I'm white, if I clone myself, all my clones should be white.
racist? Star Wars doubled down on the ethnic stuff, right? First they had the droid Arturito, and then this one? Oh man, it's literally just a soccer ball. Go!
I just really hope that they can fit Chris Pratt into this movie somehow.
He's not in it.
I won't be going. Oh, but that ending though, right?
The part where Solo says,
Chewie, we're home.
Chewie, we're home. People lost their mind.
Why did Indiana Jones just tell a slightly less hairy Kim Kardashian that they're home?
People losing their minds over the fact that, you know, Han Solo is back. It's reminding me of that video of that guy crying over the Rise of Skywalker trailer. What I want to know is, what did that guy think of Rise of Skywalker?
Classic Chewie. He's like, of course you would say that.
I kind of teared up.
My lip went into full quiver because I'm an adult. We don't cry. I'm a man.
Any series that can get grown-ass men to cry, I'm taking my boyfriend to. They're gonna be so emotionally vulnerable, okay?
The trailer has done broke my mind. I'm excited. I'm pumped.
It's pretty fucking great.
I can't wait. I'm loving it.
Disney. JJ. Hey guys, you ready to find true love? Come on, let's go. It's a Bachelorette. The Bachelorette. The Bachelorette. What the fuck is it? Essentially, The Bachelorette is a female version of The Bachelor, which started in 2002.
About a regular woman's life. Just one woman and 20 guys that want to fuck her.
And over the course of the season, they need to find true love.
And it teaches us that if you are not beautiful and you don't have washboard abs, then you do not deserve love.
Bachelorette is like bastard love orgy child of Degrassi The Next Generation. Here comes Honey Boo Boo. Let's make a deal, and Game of Thrones. And I feel bad about saying Game of Thrones because that's actually a good TV show.
What the hell kind of odd person watches this stuff?
I do.
I love The Bachelorette.
Makes total sense.
Well, it's like porn for network television. Little Sean B is all I need for my V.
Stop it. Stop watching this stuff. So dating shows used to not be like this. Back in the day, dating shows used to be a bunch of people sitting down.
Love Connection, the dating game.
And they'd ask questions like, hey, person number one, what do you think about cats? Oh, I like cats. I like to snuggle you as well. But now, somehow it is morphed into, hey, we're all going to take our shirts off and go skinny dipping. Do you want to see my dick? Yeah, that'd be great. And then there's a Pepsi commercial. Who are these dudes and why aren't they meeting people the normal way on a hookup app?
It just goes to show you that men are actually just as dramatic as women.
There's going to be a point where they're going to run out of good-looking dudes, and they're going to have to come to this guy right here, and I'm going to be ready.
No, this show is amazing. There's sex, there's alcohol, there's violence, there's roses.
Rose ceremony is always like the most important thing that has ever happened on the show.
Here's the thing that I don't understand. In The Bachelor, A guy chooses a girl and gives her a rose.
Bitch, I choose you. Take this rose.
But in Bachelorette, the guys also get roses, which makes absolutely no sense.
Typically a woman thing that they like to receive roses.
What the hell am I gonna do with a plant? I'm not into horticulture. I'm sorry.
For that to work, really, the girl would have to give the dude something he would like.
Here, I pick you. Here's a thong.
Will you accept this voucher for online community college classes?
Would you accept this sandwich? Here's access to a Pornhub account.
7,000 more Instagram followers.
Here's a side chick.
5 hours of no nagging?
Here's a free Xbox. Marry me, please.
I mean, really, anything is better than a rose.
I feel like they give out the rose, to be honest, though, because both of those shows, only girls are watching them. Because if they gave out Xboxes, girls would be like, I can't pin that on my Pinterest account.
No!
Stop watching it.
The show shows that any man will do anything just to get laid. Even get married. Will you marry me? I'm so hard.
Simp.
This girl's getting banged a lot.
It's a lot of work that she's doing, you know what I mean? Hope she's getting union rates. It's like a commercial form of polygamy and polyamory.
And the worst part is, we don't get to see it.
It's 25 strangers and one girl. Come on. I hope there's like a paramedic on board. Who has syphilis? You do? I figured you, Dave, with a fucking barbed wire tattoo.
You know, everyone on that show probably has a lot of makeup going on. Both areas. This show is terrible.
I don't understand why everybody has to hate so much on such a quality show.
Is it though? Is it? And America loves this show. Why? Because this is the classic tale of romance that...
Sorry about that. Someone came in the door. I thought it was I thought it was someone that I would have to talk to. It was just the postman. Sorry, the hiccups, postman.
We're all into... Is it true love?
Is it? Are you serious? Is that why we're not watching for love?
Sure, it's fun to watch, but that's as long as you don't really think about it and you realize that this is a really sad story about people that have no self-worth.
All you haters just don't get it. I mean, if you don't like the show, then you're probably a decent human being.
Real talk though, if this show makes you feel that love still is a part of our society, then that is awesome. But I know what it does for me is just kill brain cells, so I probably will never watch it again. Well, that's a lie, because they did say that this week that somebody's gonna get in a fist fight, so I'm probably gonna watch it.
Congratulations, we did it.
Right. There's this now, which I found hilarious back when I watched it. But now it's just cringy. Like that video where I was like, oh, I'm so ashamed of the fact that I grew up with this, and I was like, oh, I hate your penis. Then I cut to, hold on, that came from this, but not this particular video.
Okay, team. In order to properly handle this new account that we have with the feminine hygiene products, I need you guys to have a better understanding of the female anatomy.
I know plenty about the female anatomy.
Yeah! Oh, really? Oh, well, you come on up here and show us then.
Someone's in trouble.
So today we're gonna be talking about...
I didn't know there was so many lines on it. Oh, that's right there.
Actually, no comment.
It's looking at me. This is the vagina. Some people call it the vagine, some people call it the vajayjay.
Also known as the vajizzle, if you're Snoop Dogg, the vajeezy, if you're Lil Wayne, the vajesus, if you're religious, the dragon's lair, if you're a knight, the cockpit, Grand Canyon, bottomless buffet, deadliest catch, chamber of secrets, the vortex, because it will suck your soul in, and everything you own. Not everything, but half, legally. There's 3...
Haha. Wow. Funny names. It's like that bit where Stephen Colbert calls Trump Donald Plouffe.
Holes, right? There's the...
So I believe this part here is the blowhole.
This one's for dick.
This kind of works like a soundboard if you push the right buttons. It's like, ooh, ah, ooh, ooh.
Oh. See, right?
These are the labias over here, also known as the drapes.
These are the outer labias. Don't cross the border without a passport, you know what I mean?
You have a black lab, a golden labia. Some people have, like a seeing eye labia.
The most interesting part, of course, is the cave. It's usually a moist, dark cave.
Echo! Echo! This is where Batman's headquarters is. This is where Osama bin Laden hides out.
Sometimes there's a dragon down there.
Whoa, put your ring on. Well, it tends to be covered in moss depending on the time of year.
Fun fact, if a little piece of dirt gets in there, with enough time, a pearl will come out. There's a troll if you go deep enough.
If we go deep enough inside, you can actually find gold particles and treasure.
Now, the vagina has a lot of layers, like guilt, jealousy, spite. It's like an onion.
Like a bloomin' onion kind of a deal.
I cannot wait to peel this apart and... But of course, this is not real, it's paper. I'll just go to the Outback for the real thing.
So yeah, it's like an onion, and if you're not careful, it'll make you cry.
Basically, the whole point of this sketch is, guys are sexist.
Questions?
This is the G-spot. This is the clitoris, otherwise known as the G-spot.
Why would you call it the G-spot if it's a clitoris? It's a C word.
G stands for go.
It's almost like a Wi-Fi spot. Hard to find, and sometimes, like, you don't have enough bars, and then the passwords like all complicated, right? Moving on to this gruesome photo, we have the cerveza.
That's Spanish for beer.
I believe I'm pretty sure it has to do with yeast. Certain women are more hoppy than others.
So this part is the cervix. Cervix coming from the Latin for filthy.
Penis, I think, fits in here. It's like the glove compartment.
The ridge is here, just like Ruffles.
It's ribbed for her pleasure.
They hold in the flavor.
And some guys are lucky to get to here. If you get to here, then you got it. Some people get down here. We don't judge.
We enter here. Right in there like that.
It's like a Sadie Hawkins dance. If you get picked, but if you don't, your life is pretty much over.
Any questions? Okay, I thought I saw a hand. Okay.
You got 3 walls. All of them need permits before you put them up.
This wall is the one that Pink Floyd was actually singing about. This wall is the one that the Kool-Aid...
And this one is the one that Donald Trump wants to build. Haha, aren't I funny?
...man breaks through. And this wall is the emotional wall that your girlfriend puts up when she won't fucking talk to you after a fight.
A lot of people don't know that a vagina has a brain.
Your right brain being the creative part. And see, the left brain is the logical part. Now notice that the left brain is a little cloudy because women aren't logical.
Took me 3 marriages to figure that out. Right here we got the fallopian tubes. Technically they're called Filipino tubes.
They call it the Filipino tube because it doesn't work.
The eggs come down in here. They kind of the chicken at the border.
And if they don't meet
spermidutes,
they explode and die.
And so it's just a lot of crushed dreams.
You remember that game Mousetrap? It's like that. It's a fucking Rube Goldberg machine of shit.
If they do meet a sperm, of course, they stick around.
And then, like, the sperm will impregnate the egg, and then 9 months later, she'll have a baby if she's a bitch and didn't get an abortion like he asked her to and offered to pay for.
It's pretty simple, people.
I got it.
Is it cool if I take this home after the presentation?
Unbelievable. Buzz Lightyear. Wow. Clearly, I have a lot to learn about the female anatomy.
I am so sorry. I just realized that I'm a sexist piece of crap and I am just gonna go kill myself because men are evil.
Maybe that's why I feel the need to talk about it all the time or use inappropriate language.
I mean, I have no idea what the correct terms are or what everything is. I did not go to medical school, that is for sure.
I'm sorry I've been so ignorant. You know what? I am going to take the time to educate myself
and develop a better understanding of women. At my place. Am I right, Linda? Me and you. No?
Son of a...
And so she texts me back for the 3rd time and tells me I'm racist.
You're like the least racist person I know, right?
And who's even racist anymore? Is that even a thing?
Exactly. Racism is no longer a big thing. People keep acting like it is. Like you, Ray William Johnson.
Hey, so what's it like growing up in the projects?
You know, I gotta tell you, you're pretty cool for a black dude. Like, I feel totally safe right next to you.
Hey, is it true what they say? Like, once you go black, you might get stabbed? I'm just saying, man. Why don't we...
Okay, so, yeah, they're all pretty racist. The once you go black thing, like, I know that... Saying you might get stabbed, yeah, that's racist, but the you never go back thing, not racist.
Get our own month.
You know what N-word I hate? Negativity.
You know what N-word I do like? Knowledge. Wait, you know your dad? Like your real dad?
Yep.
Hey, I don't know what it's like in your neighborhood, but in our neighborhood, we don't litter.
Like, I know it's hard to hear, but just feel like Obama didn't really do a good job. Now Bush, that was a president, right? You didn't.
Saying Obama didn't do a good job is not racist. Because it's nothing to do with his race. Like, I didn't like Obama, but it's nothing to do with the fact that he's black. Right? Also, saying Bush was a good president, once again, not racist.
See Selma? But that's your history, man.
You're into rap, right? I love rap. I'm into it.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised, where the playground is where I spend most of my days.
Oh man, you know who I love? Chris Rock. That's right. Let me get the waffle. Hercules, Hercules. I love Kevin Hart.
Man, you look just like that dude from Rush Hour, the actor LeBron Cheadle.
You went to college, huh? Affirmative action, am I right?
So was it like a football?
To be honest, Chris Tucker and Chris Rock, they look alike, they sound alike. I keep on sorry, I don't know what happened there. I keep on confusing the two of them for some reason. Despite the only thing Chris Tucker did. I thought the only thing Chris Tucker did was Rush Hour. Turns out he was in Jackie Brown. But I thought it was Chris Rock when I watched it. He sounds like Chris Rock, looks like Chris Rock. I already said that. But up, it's Chris Tucker. What?
Scholarship or a basketball scholarship?
I always sit in the back, but that's just out of respect.
Every year, I take Martin Luther King Day off. Just because I know what's up. Not only do I eat crackers, I eat the fuck out of crackers. Like, Daquan. It's Daquan, right?
It's Winston.
Winston. I was close.
Yeah, you were real close. Hello, my name is Luis. Oh, I should have taken off my shoes before I came in. I'm so sorry. You speak English, right?
Can you help me? You're good at math, right?
Can you do my nails?
God, like, I support you people. All my shit's made in China. I'm not Chinese.
I don't understand the can you do my nails part, but whatever.
You're fucking with me.
Japanese?
Thai.
Filipino?
Vietnamese?
Korean?
Is Hawaii Asian?
Malaysian?
Croatian?
But what's your Asian name, though?
Susan.
Susan. That's the American version, but, I mean, come on. Is it, like, pronounced Susan? 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 When you come home, is your mom like, do the laundry? Susan?
What belt are you? Bet you're a black belt. So your parents, like, always really disappointed in you?
Car insurance for you. It's gotta be pretty expensive, huh? I mean, how many accidents do you get a month?
I bet it's really hard to pick one of you guys out of a lineup, right? No, it's not like a racist way, just because you don't have like different colored hair. It's like everyone has black hair. You don't have blonde or redhead, and all the same eye color, and the same face shape. And
this video's got me thinking. The reason, like, Ray should have been cancelled by now, but you know why he hasn't? He's not a real celebrity.
Personality.
Hey, was that you standing outside of Home Depot last Saturday? How do you feel now that you're in the mainland? Like a garage, like a garage.
You're a...
Is there some sort of stereotype by Latinos going to Home Depot or something?
Well, I used to sing that to you.
When is Cinco de Mayo, actually? Did I miss it?
I always have to figure out when it is on the calendar and mark it, but I love it.
Hi, Cinco. Get it? Woo! You don't hit very hard for a Mexican.
So where are you from?
Detroit.
But where are you from?
Like Mexico? New Mexico?
What's your name again?
It's, George.
Oh, Jorge. That's my gardener's name.
Jorge.
Jorge. I speak Spanish.
It's George. Can you say it with me?
Jorge. Does your beard here just naturally grow like that, or do you just draw it on, you know?
Oh my God, I love your food. I got a Taco Bell all the time.
Taco too?
Well, I mean, the beard is something that Latinos can control. They can just shave or decide to grow out a full beard. Just, like, why would you grow out a beard like that?
day. More like tacos every day.
So I went to this Mexican restaurant, and all their taco shells were like limp and pale.
So much for authentic, right? You'd think Chipotle would know how to make Mexican food.
Wait a second. You've never eaten sushi?
I assume you just brought it for lunch. That'd be like me never eating a hamburger.
Who brought the fried chicken and watermelon? That's just rude, am I right? Fucking white people. Buzz Lightyear!
Hey, man. I know I said some sensitive things, and
Definitely treated you differently. Made some assumptions based on your ethnic background.
Truth is, you and I are different.
In the same way that, like, every human being is different from one another.
But we are also the same. You know, we're people.
We both deserve support, and we both deserve respect. And I wasn't respectful to you.
I'm sorry if I offended you in any way, man. That was not my intention.
Really sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
It's cool, man. What are we doing? I don't. Okay.
I'm sorry. I learned that in college.
Download a free audiobook with your 30-day trial.
Booze Lightyear! So all of us here at Booze Lightyear, me, Carlos, Kelly, Kaja, Jules, Louise, and Neptune, we've all had normal jobs before. We haven't always been actors. But there's a reason why we don't work in the corporate world.
You still aren't actors.
And it's not because we're unwilling. It's because we're all really bad at interviews.
What would you say is your greatest strength?
I can fit an entire tennis ball in my mouth.
You see on that resume, that handwriting? That?
I gotta warm up.
A great eye and hand coordination, so obviously video games.
I bring my dog everywhere.
I really like cats.
He's really good at rubbing bellies at the right time. Well, I'm a bit of a dog whisperer.
I can float very well.
Stop it. No, you just stop.
I one time roller skated with 3 roller skates. Think about it.
I used to be able to bench like 140. I don't know if that applies, but it always impresses the ladies.
What would you say is your greatest weakness?
Where do I start?
I don't take kindly to criticism.
I hit people when I get angry.
Mostly, homeless people.
I'm not a good communicator with words.
I also shouldn't have a stapler because I won't use it for paper, right? I'll use it on people. I'll staple people. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm violent.
Mom wasn't really around. That could be a thing.
I'm also an alcoholic,
I'm kind of an alcoholic.
but like a functioning alcoholic.
I was in rehab.
I could do the spreadsheets, and I could be blasted.
I did have a DUI. I wasn't convicted, but I was drunk driving.
I wouldn't really call it a weakness, but I have this addiction to nail polish remover. I drink it.
I've been known to sleep with my boss on his desk and on my desk.
I started a couple of fires in '06, but I'm over it.
I've been known to sleep with my boss on her desk.
I have a minor road rage issue.
I've been known to sleep with lots of people together. I'm kind of the office slut, but I kind of wear that as a badge of honor.
I am probably going to be late for work every day.
I sleep.
I hate it when people go like, "Oh no, don't slut shame me." Yeah, they act like a slut and actually want to be called slut. It's just what they mean is that they want the people they like, right? Their friends to call them that, but not someone like me, you know.
Sometimes at work, just because I'm so tired.
I cannot get out of bed to save my life.
Like, I may as well not even come in, because I just sleep at home. It's easier.
People say I use my body to get ahead, and I'm like, why not?
I have this thing where I have trouble getting my socks to match. I don't know what that's about.
I was thinking of just putting a naked picture in my resume and just like getting it out of the way.
I'm a real bitch in the morning.
I do have a gun.
I bite my nails.
I don't have a license for it, but no one's ever taken it away from me.
Parking.
I have to go outside a lot to take this little one out.
I have a problem with highlighters, so you're gonna just need to keep those away from me in the office.
I don't always brush my teeth, but sometimes. I don't know if that counts.
Just a lot. Just a plethora of things.
I just said pick one.
As long as I don't leave the state, I think I should be fine.
And where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Not in this shithole. This is just to make money for the summer.
Playboy. Definitely.
Knee deep in cocaine?
Well, clearly, if I'm still here, just shoot me.
No, I got a future.
Epic fail. FML.
Well, I think actually in about 2 years, I would probably have your job. I heard some people saying some things out. Did you not know you were getting fired? I'm so sorry.
Well, I can tell you this, I don't see myself sitting on this side of the desk. I'm coming after your job.
I'm just happy I'm not stripping anymore.
I don't really want to be here. I mean, you look like shit. You know what I'm saying.
I like this couch. You do a lot of casting here?
Get out.
Buzz Lightyear! Now, just to be clear here, we all love what we do. We love acting and performing. It's our life.
But you haven't done any acting?
We're grateful that you guys enjoy watching us do it, and we wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Not.
Except you did.